each month would be a year to them. Each month is considerable to a year, actually. So, actually, they're like dogs. This time, but dogs don't actually live like that. This time, it actually is. Each year would be considerable, actually, 7 years for them. It's going to take like 6 years at most to have a fully grown one. Children. Because here's what will happen if the dinosaurs went extinct. First of all, Pangea probably wouldn't have split up as much. The land would have still split up, duh. It just wouldn't have been. Here's a species that would have survived if they didn't go extinct. First of all, mammals would have still had to survive. Look at this. The islands of this planet. Right now, we would be what would be. Here is what would be modern day America. Up there would be what would be like the modern day Rocky Mountains in Canada. Here we are in what would be modern day USA. The USA, we team USA, we in what would be North America. We have a species of Triceratops that lives in like forested areas. Because not many animals actually decided to survive in the forest anymore. Because females are less beautifully colored and stuff like that. And the earth is not as big of a wasteland. Females are obviously less beautifully colored, because the more colorful you are, the more you're attractive. Here we are, what would be modern day Canada and stuff like that. Let's go. Naughty America. Give me that huge stick of yours. I like it. Give it to me hard. Give it to me hard. That was just my Pornhub file. Don't you dare judge me. Don't you dare judge me about Naughty America. I know you'd watch it too. You can't judge a nigga like that. The land is actually very beautiful now. So look at Triceratops. Look at how cool they become. Look at how diverse they are. Each color actually depends on what type you are. The blue is the rarest type. Usually means you're an alpha. And browns are usually like the lowest class. Greens are the second. Stegos. There's two types of stegos. They both live on different sides. One stego species. This species of stego is very, very diverse. Very undiverse, and they hate each other. They're very dangerous. This stego species lives over here with different species. Because life adapts. And these ones adapted for brown to be females and this orange to be male. And there's two different types of Parasaurolophuses. Nocturnal ones and regular. And, just the exact opposite of nocturnal. These ones are not nocturnal. Because one species is non-nocturnal. One species that sleeps under the trees at day are the bioluminescent ones. And they fill up the niche of, like, water grazers. Stuff like that. And stuff like that. They're not that dangerous. They're pretty cool animals, actually. And you have the last sauropods, because sauropods are already dying out. The last sauropod species, because food is now less high up, so less high up food, you don't really need sauropods. Brachiosaurus was the only family member that made it to modern day. Their necks are 6 feet shorter. They're actually 12 feet shorter than their ancestors. Their neck is actually a little bit bulkier because they got shorter, so they could adapt for having bulky necks. So this is exactly what species to survive. Your mammals really just couldn't really fill up many niches as well as they did before in the past. Their niches are so much tinier. There's so little mammals in this world. I'm pretty sure. I mean, the biggest mammal here. Here, the biggest mammal. Because it fills up the niche. This is the biggest mammal ever in the entire history with the dinosaurs in the Mesozoic. These mole rats are more solitude animals. They live in groups of 3 at most. And wasteland wolves. Few bioluminescent ones made it up here, so they needed to migrate because it was getting more dangerous and harder to survive. Birds somehow did survive, but and the raptor family. The raptor family diversified. Pretty sure actually now the land is actually returned because the meteorite didn't hit, but actually led to them connecting instead of disconnecting. And Cincosaurus are like tree raptors. They're raptors that lived in trees, survived and adapted in trees for hunting Protoceratops. These velociraptors adapted to living here. And here, these were actually Arctic raptors. The first raptor adapted to living in the Arctic. You don't really see Arctic raptors ever. This can be a trilogy of learning about the world and the life and how the world will have to survive. These are regular raptors. These are what we call the baseline. These gray ones are ones that gray ones are very rare because and bugs are just affects the 2 other species. These are the weird ones. They're called like the Indos. One Indo is just very weird, and this Indo is very endangered because they live very solitudely. They live in solitude. It's called the Scorpius rex, because they fill up niches of like there's only like 4 in the entire Earth. There's that endangered. They'll only come around to breed. This is called the endangered family as well. And the Indominus rex, these are actually offshoots of the Rex family. And they have 10 of them. The Indos do. There's 10 of them throughout the entire world. And the Indos, there's only about 4 of them. Actually, about 6 of them. So they're a little bit more common. Until they went extinct and turned into nothing. Sorry.